But we've got one article of yours, Helen Hanks' office. This is one of your favorite people, Kamillah Hanks. I want to say for
That's
the
Kamillah
record,
Hanks, and she's next
you
to.
are, hold on, you are suing her because as a lawyer, you did legal work for her that you say she didn't pay for. I'm sure that's true. Be that as it may, the reason I want to point it out is some people may think you just have it in for her. So,
Well, I'm going to
uh,
tell everybody something very important right here. I actually feel very morally responsible for this woman getting into office. I helped her out politically, and laid the groundwork in 2017 for her victory in 2021. And the fact of the matter is, I was her family attorney and everything else. Had I known now what I know about this woman, what a terrible person she is, I never would have got anywhere near her or her husband, Kevin Barry Love. They're just despicable people. And this article talks about that. 3 whistleblowers from her office. How she treats people is disgusting. Her and her chief of staff named Marcy Bishop, they're black, but they go around and use the N-word. Marcy Bishop said, I'm not the N-word whisperer.
every single person that's ever worked in that office or is retaliated against after asking for any kind of leave, they kicked me out of my office. They blocked me out of all platforms. They even said I was gang affiliated and mentally ill.
Yeah.
This is an anonymous source. You use a lot of anonymous sources. Is that a
Michael,
problem?
I have the staffers, and they requested anonymity, but here, City and State is also there. They're a large outlet for politics in New York. They talk to these 3 sources as well. They talk to staffer 1, 2, and 3. I have tapes, and I've handed those tapes over to the authorities. And the fact of the matter is, they just don't want to be retaliated against. So a few of them actually still work in the office. Okay. Now the issue is this: there's not only race-based statements and a unsafe workplace and retaliation. There's also anti-Islamic situation. They were discriminated against people because they are Islamic, because of their Muslim religion-based discrimination. There's also discrimination based on people because of their mental disability, autism. Okay, they go around and they prey upon people. These are the worst of the worst. Race-based discrimination, national origin discrimination. They have the bingo card for every type of discrimination you can have. And the worst part is the man standing next to her, Michael McMahon, is the district attorney of Staten Island, and he is politically backing this woman. He sent his lieutenant, Carmen Cognetta. They've been asshole buddies for the last 45 years in politics, okay, who's an attorney himself, Carmen Cognetta, and a disgraced former judge. He had to leave the bench because he was banging his court attorney in the courthouse on the desk. Basically, Carmen Cognetta got sent in to help her political campaign. McMahon is 100% behind him. His whole team, his political team, is behind this woman who's engaged in Muslim discrimination, race-based discrimination, using the N-word. Marcy Bishop, the chief of staff, Kamillah Hanks, using the N-word should be disqualifying, but also referring to people. Now, here's the worst part right there. They're not our voters. She has a large swath of her district that is low income. The New York City Housing Authority, NYCHA, Park Hill. And basically, she got on the people in her office for giving out baby formula, for giving out resources to poor people living in the housing projects. And they're her constituents. She says, they're not our voters. They've got along before we came along. They'll survive. They only want to provide resources to their people. Now, here's the best part. True to life, right? True to life, this guy, district leader, Malcolm Penn, right? He works with gangs. He's from the community. The girl that's the staffer that Kamillah said has gang ties. The reason why she has quote unquote gang ties is because she works for True to Life. They work in the community and with reformed gang members. Kamillah yelled and screams from the mountaintops that this woman has gang ties, but she endorses Malcolm Penn, who founded the organization. It's a double standard if there's any double standard. The worst problem we have is that woman right there, Adrienne Adams. The council is doing nothing. Okay, she's running for mayor. A week from yesterday is the election. She doesn't want any controversy before it. This guy, Abid Hussein, that's her labor and employment council in the city council speaker's office. He's been the gatekeeper. He's been gaslighting all of these people making these complaints. It's out of control what the city government is doing because it's an election time. It really is. There has to be a reckoning. The fact of the matter is, I don't know if it's going to affect election day. She may win re-election, but virtue of the fact that the Democratic primary really determines the election in that district, she might do. But I think that there's going to be a special election. And not only do I think there's going to be a special election because she's going to be forced to resign, Several elected officials have been saying the same thing. Okay,
Who are
you're
they?
hearing it now. Several elected officials are expecting a special election because Kamillah Harris is going to be forced to resign. She's linked to Andrew Cuomo. She's endorsed Andrew Cuomo. This type of racism, this type of discrimination, Andrew Cuomo, especially sex-based discrimination, workplace, sexual harassment. That's what he's known for. Kamillah Harris does the same thing in her workplace. It's disgusting. It's a disgrace, and we're just at the tip of the iceberg here.